Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. I was just logging in how many stitches I did on that cross stitch. Siren, how was the rest of your stream? I'm sorry I had to duck out. You know how it goes, though. Maple had to go and get his blood drawn. He did very good. Evidently, he hissed at the tech when they tried to take him out. Fair. And he also did not want any of the squeeze treat that they gave him. Like, I brought squeeze treat because that normally helps. And he was like, no. But important update. In the car, he is very okay with me giving him some. He just was like, I will not take from these stinky vampires who are stealing my bloods. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Emily, did you tell me where you want your point to go? Also, hi Saren, hi Suave, Sapphire, welcome in. Tigress. Only from Mom. And it was actually really funny because when it was time for me to put him in the carrier, he was waiting for his auto feeder to go off because it goes off at 3. And his appointment was at 2:30, so he was lying there waiting for the auto feeder. And then I took him to the vet, and I swear that he was like, but mom, my food. Knitting, you got it. But mama, my food. And we got back just as his auto feeder went off. And I opened up the carrier, and he was like, and like went over and started eating, and I tried to give him a pet to be like, what a good guy, and he was like, don't touch me. And he ran away. Not like mean or anything, he was just like, no. No, Mom. Alright, fair enough. But like, look at him, he's so cute. I love him so much. What else? Anything else? So, Mittens is feeling braver about the trap, so the food's going in the trap tonight. That's the update there. Oh! Fun, not so fun. Being a homeowner. Also, thank you for the streaks, y'all. I appreciate that. We got some big, high streakers in here. We got 110, we got 60. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. So in the not so fun, homeowner spectrum, you see how wet that is? And rusty? That's my shower drain. and it's leaking on the floor in the basement. So I have a plumber coming out on Wednesday, and I'm sure that's going to be... we have a mixed petrichor, and what I really think happened is that as things started to leak, because our house was built in the 40s, and I feel like as things started to leak, the previous homeowners just replaced it with PVC and tied in. And so, yeah, this is where I'm like, oh no. The pipes that lead out of the house, like the big pipe, is also cast iron. And like this piece, yeah. Yeah, it becomes a yeah. So the plumber comes out on Wednesday. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Let's see, cat update stuff. My neighbor, who's now Soot's mama, is also calling the cats by the names that I call them, which I kind of love. So she was like, Mr. Mittens was here the other night, and I'm like, was he? He and Birch have been here. So we're making some plans to try and trap them together. Because I was like, if both of us start leaving food only in the traps, maybe we can get them. Because like if they can go to her and get food and not have to go in a trap, they're going to. But if both of us are putting food in traps only, then eventually one of us will catch them. I guess that she sees the raccoons more than I do, and I see the opossum more than she does. So, because she was like, I'm always really afraid that I'm going to trap a raccoon. And I was like, I told her about our trap, like the remote controlled one. And I was like, if you want, I can help you set yours up like that. And she was like, that would be amazing. So we're going to do that at some point. Because she's like, I'm going to catch a raccoon at some point. I'm like, you might. Like, you might. As far as I know, she keeps referring to him as Soot. So when I finally meet her, I'm going to tell her all about you guys. It's a hard thing to explain over text, I feel like, what I do. But I will tell her all about you guys and how his name was picked via vote. I do also have... So we're friends on Facebook now, me and his mama. So yeah, she introduced him on a couple of Facebook pages as Soot Sprite. So I do think that she's keeping the name, but she also, because like now that we're friends, I can see the post that she makes. She posted on like a Siamese Facebook group. He's their third Siamese cat. Which to me is an even bigger sigh of relief, because that means that she's already aware of possible issues with either health or like his vision. Like she already knows these things because she already has these cats. And that just like, I already liked her and I already felt confident and comfortable with who he ended up with. But that just like even further, I was like, oh, this is like literally the best home he could have gone to since I couldn't take him in. Cause like I told James, I told my parents, I said, he was one that was hard to let go of, because in my mind, when there's like a health issue or concern or whatever, you just start to become like, well, will the other people take care of him the way that I would? Would the other people exhaust every, outlet for issues? Are they going to let him go back outside? Like, there's a concern, and she shares a lot of the same sentiments that I do about things like, the TNR, and that animals should be inside and not outside, and it just like I I'll be nervous when, like, right now Tigger's still in quarantine, so I haven't been nervous about him getting adopted yet because he's not available. I'll be nervous when he gets adopted. I'll be nervous when Sequoia gets adopted because I just want the best for them. You know, like I just want everyone to be happy and healthy and loved, but at the same time I physically cannot keep them all. There's just I don't have enough room. I don't have enough funds. It's irresponsible. Sequoia's listed on the website. Sequoia's listed on the website. Also, you know how like Artie is a tiny girl? Sequoia is little too. She's 7 pounds. So like, they're all just babies. There she is. There's the baby. Look at Victor. Look at his blep. He's got a little blip. They do. They keep their names. Yeah, so far every single one that I've brought, they've kept the name. I would understand that they might have to change it if they already have like a cat with that name in their shelter already. Cuz like I understand. But so far everybody's name has been kept, and like hers was the one I wasn't really sure about cuz Sequoia isn't really, I could see people being like, "How do you say that?" I know, Victor's got some cheeks on him. Deviled egg. Stop it. Apple cider donut. Also, I met Missy when I went to the shelter, and she is huge. She's on like a diet. She has the tiniest head. It's such a little head, and then her body is just like, and it sent me. I was like, so I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, Christmas Chili and Miss Krampus. Like, they've got great names at this. Bean. And I like that they tell you who's bonded. So, like, these two will have to be adopted together. These two will have to be adopted together. These two have to go together. Like, because they're buddies. But look at my girl! Eee! Also, it looks like Soot's lookalike has been adopted, too. His twin at the shelter. Trying to see if I had a picture of Missy. And Missy is also a little, she's got some opinions, and I laughed and I was like, it seems like every cat I've ever met named Missy has big opinions. Like, I love the prank too. I think that's great. Let's see, any other updates? So Mittens has been coming by here and there and coming up and eating, and then there's Birch being a creep and being like, wait, it's okay. That night I was able to just like sit there and I was just like talking to him, and you know, so again, Mittens has a person because he's got a collar, but he obviously doesn't trust me. And yeah, I think that he's my next target. I mean, anyone that goes in the trap at this point is a target. Like, they're going to get fixed. They're going to get evaluated, you know, whatever. Pippin had fun with the big box, by the way. She made a really bad jump in. And I have never laughed so hard at anything in my life. She was like, I'm gonna do math. I'm doing math. Hold on, one more time. Oh gosh. Maple made the jump in and out of the box much more gracefully. I didn't get a video or a picture of him jumping in, but there he was. So, too much height, not enough horizontal. I was eating and heard evaporated. Oh god. Alright, so I do have one thing I wanted to open real quick and then we can get started. There is this really cute 3D printer that I follow on Instagram. Okay. I don't know. Let me grab their Instagram. And they had a launch the other day and I was able to get one of the items that I couldn't get last time. And I am so excited. Is this? Yeah. So that's their Instagram, and then there is like a bunch of like you can like, oh my god, look at this. Look at this. It's cat bento boxes. They're fidgets. They're keyboard fidgets. And it's all 3D printed. Look at the little cat sushi. Look at it. So anyway, I've never purchased from them before, but I'm really excited about it. I think that's just my receipt. I got two things. I got the one that I really, really wanted, and then I got one more because it was on sale. And I see the one that I got that was on sale is the first one. Well, yes, that is a banana duck. Or is it a silly goose? I mean, it could be. What does it say on the website? Does it have a name on the website? It was only like $6. And I was like, well, done. Like, say less. Let me see. Can I search? View all. They're considered banana ducks. Or maybe it was more. I don't know. It's listed as 12 on the website, but I know it was on sale when I got it. And then I'm so excited for this one. I wanted this so badly last time and I missed it. James, are you paying attention? And this one is a silent clicker instead of the noisy. I wanted to get this one silent, but it's still a clicky fidget. That one sold out so fast last time. So I was very excited to, this was $30? $30. But it's sizable. I laughed out loud so hard I'm crying. So, banana duck And my shortbread cookie fidgets. This is really, like, look at... Like, that's really nice. Here, I'll go ahead. Here's the sewing. That's, like, their website, but they sell fidgets and they sell, like, some, earrings and things like that. But here, if you guys want to take a quick little... She has really nice printers, yeah. So, like, they have, like, keychains, and, like, single clickers, right? Like the little duck. And then they have... This one's an inhaler! The inhaler bit clicks! Lucky Charms. The Steven Universe Cookie Cat. We got coffee. The little bento box. A Tamagotchi. This one's cool too. All of those little things on the bookshelf click. So the books and like the plants and the rocks. There's like an egg clicker. Look at that, the laugh canister from Monsters Inc. So yeah, she has like a lot of really cool designs. Again, there's also the Instagram that I shared before if you just want to follow along. I've really enjoyed seeing all the different things that they come up with in this shop. And I can say the quality is really nice. Maybe I should have gotten all of the noisy clickers. I like the idea though of like being able to like also click quietly if this one, oh my god, this one, all of this pushes and the knob turns. So like all of the keys like push and then like the knob makes like a satisfying little clicky sound when you turn it. And I was like, dang, that's cool. Very clever. There's like a dog cookie biscuit, a makeup palette, eggs. And then you can see some of them go on sale sometimes. They probably like when they have, you know, a decent amount of inventory. You saw the piano one? Yeah. The piano one is so good. Wonder if I can find it. I found it. Hang on. I didn't even think about that. I like that she has a mix of clicky and silent keys on this too. So you've got like clicky ones and you have quiet ones. Like there's so many clickers on this guy. And then this is so satisfying. I love it. So yeah, now that I've gotten like some of these use like shiny filament too. I don't know. There we go. Like, some of these buttons are shiny. The scissors are shiny. Never seen the stuff before today. Yeah, I followed on Facebook, but I don't really go on Facebook much anymore. This is the silliest thing ever. Anyway, I figured that y'all might like to see another small business. Another... And again, honestly, I would say decent prices considering, like, like the clickers, and the time that it takes to 3D print. Like, I know that the actual cost of, like, you know, the filament that's used isn't as much, right? Because, like, they're small. But the keyboard, like, the sound, the thing that makes that sound, and then just, like, the time that it takes to print, I think that her prices are very fair. That was pretty rude of Pokemon, honestly. Open up my patterns. Hello, Crochet. How are you? Thank you for the lurk. Alright, we finished the body last time. So we're on to legs. Alright. Where... that's for that. Also dealing with life. I feel that. Maple's appointment today was another $100, and you know, I'm hoping and I'm praying that they have the, you know, numbers that they want to see. Where I was cleaning my desk. Stop cleaning your desk, Megan. There they are. It's like I need a clicker. Like, I'm hoping and praying that they get the numbers that they want for his blood work so that we can get his dental done. But there's also a part of me that's like, well, if we get the results we want and they go to do his dental, I think he needs to be on antibiotics again because they're worried about infection. Like, I feel so bad because, like, his stomach is just unhappy even though he's been getting, like, probiotics. So poor guy. How was everybody's weekend? Did anyone do anything fun? I mowed the lawn. Woo! And did laundry. Woohoo! So exciting. Went to Lincoln City. Nice. Watch Banana Ball. That's fun. Where were they playing? I know that they've been like playing in major league stadiums, which is really cool. I did watch some baseball this weekend. Surprise 40th birthday. That's fun. My parents are moved up here. The house gets like signed over tomorrow. So we got tickets, Emily. We're not seeing the actual Banana Ballers. We're seeing like teams in their league. So like they still do the same thing, right? Like it's still a Banana Ball game. It's just not like the yellow team, if you will. It's there's multiple teams in the league. But one of the parks that we've gone to in the past, they had tickets and we had to enter a lottery to be able to even buy them. And I got I entered, James entered, he was not selected, I was. And then I am not, no. Like I said, I know there's a couple of different places that they're playing on like the East Coast. So we were able to get tickets. And I was able to get 4. So me and James and my parents are going. This was so dumb. They only allowed 5 tickets to be purchased. I'm like, why wouldn't you allow 6? Because if they allowed 6, I would have also gotten for James's parents. But we had talked about it like ahead of time because we knew it was only 5. And I'm like, his parents are more like traditional baseball fans, if that makes sense. Like, I don't necessarily know that they would have the same enjoyment at a Banana Ball game as like my parents. So we're gonna we'll go to like a minor league game with his parents at some point just to be like, we all went to a ball game together this year. Just got back from your appointment. Happy to see the Moat family. Welcome in. Hope your appointment went well. Excuse me. This says double crochet. Or maybe there's not a comma there, so it's a double crochet. Oh, got it. Okay. I see. They were playing at a college football stadium. That's cool. Also, I really think that if my parents weren't in the middle of like moving, I think that they would have adopted Sequoia. They were like, she's so sweet. And, like, I can't believe how, like, she is so... I realized this the other day, when I was giving Artie her squeeze treat, and I was petting her. She does the same thing that Sequoia does, which is she'll, like, paw you when she wants more pets. And I'm like, this is so cute. Like, I can't handle it. Right? I really think that they might have, like, a similar parent. I don't know. I don't think she'll still be there. Honestly, I think that she's so sweet. I really don't think that she'll stick around. I did try and, like, you know, plant the idea in their head again when we were talking about, because Mom was like, how's Sequoia doing? And I'm like, she's doing good. Because I tried to be like, we can go see her since you guys are gonna be up here. Hey James, you wouldn't know this, you don't know where the shelter is. Never mind, ignore me. You haven't been to the shelter yet. I'm like, I wonder if I can drive past the shelter on my way to my hair appointment. I'm getting my undercut fixed up on Thursday. Because I might grow it out, I might keep it, but right now, this length that it is terrible because this, like, when it's hot out, it's like touching my neck and I cannot get it off my neck. And so it needs to go. It needs to go until it's no longer, like, too hot for it, you know? But stop. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm pulling up my own stream on my phone. Because then it won't fall asleep. Why? Why are you upgrading? I'll have to read this later. Evidently, Twitch is changing monetization stuff. Shh, I don't want to hear my own voice. Ew. Why would I want to do that? Now that my phone has something playing on it, the screen won't go to sleep anymore. So I don't have to keep, like, refreshing the pattern. Little worm! Would you love me if I was a worm? Yeah, crocheting worm is impressive as heck. You guys would still subscribe? That's good. Well. Oh? Okay. Hi, Noelina. So, James, when Twitch rolls that out, you'll be able to put emotes on your channel. You can have some Snorlax ones. And you can use them anywhere. But they're not going to make it any easier for anyone to get partner. Yeah. No worries. Enjoy your lurk. Like, that's also kind of wild. Like, do you have to be a streamer? Because, like, what's gonna stop, like, someone from subscribing to Noelina? Or anyone? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's gonna stop people? I don't... Have a register. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah, like, can anyone have emotes now? Not going to be there. Feel free to sub to me and give me money for doing nothing. I made a mistake somewhere. I think it was here. Nope. Should only be 9. Where did I get 10 from? Just about to redo this whole thing. Okay. They do be dramatic like that sometimes. I think I'm just going to redo this from the beginning. I don't feel confident in this. It's been one of those days. We're doing so good. Trying to think if anything else happened this weekend. Or anything else happened with cats. All right. Oh? I don't even know what they're winning. But good for them. All right. Okay. That's 3. Good evening. How are you? All right, now there should be 6 left. Wait. No. Oh, I see what they're saying. See, that's why I'm glad that I redid it. Because I'm like, something wasn't mathing right. I see. They want me to do this 3 times, not decrease across 3 stitches. One, 2, 3. At least I hope so. Ha! See? Nailed it. Misunderstood it the first time. Nope. I made a mistake about 30 minutes ago. And I was like, the numbers aren't numbering correctly. And I redid it, and I'm like, well, that would be why the numbers weren't numbering right, because I wasn't doing it right. So, nope, you are good. I just undid it, and I was like redoing it, and I'm like, oh, I see where I made my mistake. That makes a lot more sense. That's why sometimes it's just not making sense, the numbers aren't working right, undoing it is sometimes the best option. I'm doing all right. Maple had a vet appointment today. Hopefully his blood work comes back the way they want it to. Yeah, hanging in there. Trying not to think about going back to work tomorrow. Valid. How are you doing? Aw, thank you. Look at this little foot. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. Little Wormy's about to evolve. I know, it's so little. Oh gosh, I've been live for an hour already, and all I've done is 7 rows on a foot. Oh. Well, you know what? The next one's gonna go quicker because I figured out what they meant. So that'll be fine. Um, evolve into a bipedal worm with abs. No, no, he'll have 4 legs. I don't know about the abs. Okay. Their wording is confusing. Um, oh no, Elf! I will be right back. Thank you all for sitting through ads. Thank you guys for sitting through ads. I appreciate it. Okay. I don't quite understand the shaping of this, but we are trusting the pattern. Only 2 more days until no TurboTax commercials. A true holiday. The end of tax season. Ugh, yeah. It's always fun. Also, hello! I hope that it's not a big check. I don't need to file taxes right now. I agree. I agree. I hate that I end up having to pay taxes because Twitch doesn't take out taxes. So it just feels extra bad because, like, I already make so little, and then I still owe the government a couple of $100. And it's like, awesome, thank you. Honestly, I think that everyone should have dash cams. I have on the front and back of my car. Because people try and get away with all sorts of wild stuff. You have yours? Yay! No, it's very good because I've seen people try and commit like insurance fraud where like they'll back into your car and then be like, they hit me, and you're like, I got a camera, I did not. Like, or again, you know, I hate to say it, but if you're in the US, our government and the people who are supposed to protect us don't always. So it's not bad to have proof of stuff, you know? It actually ended up saving us a bunch of money because James one time was driving home from work at night, and someone, as they were like merging on the highway, swiped the front of his car with their rear bumper. Didn't stop. But now the front of his car needed repairs. And, you know, we had to like file a thing with insurance, and our rates could have gone up because technically front end damage on a car, you're usually at fault. You usually hit someone else. But he was like, here's the dash cam footage of like this person just like merging badly and clipping him as they did so, and we didn't have to, like, it didn't raise our premiums, it didn't do anything. So get a dash cam. Wouldn't have said that 10 years ago. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you, Sharn. Yeah, I was very thankful. Because it just... When doing your first stitch after turning, always start... Alright. Their little legs have, like, hips, if you will. So, like, I'm not going to work all the way around. Good night! But do their hips lie? I don't know. I'm making them right now. I'll let you know. I'll report back. Oh, I hate that. I'm sorry. That's the worst. Anytime that you, like, sleep wrong and then everything, like, hurts, or any part of you hurts, you're like, it's just rude. Fasten off, leave a tail. Okay. Oh. Those scissors are great. Hi, silly. I also hate to say this, I probably wouldn't trust Meta glasses, honestly. I don't want them recording and knowing everything I'm doing. I want... Though, no, they need to get sharpened. Let's bring out old reliable instead. These ones are like everything scissors, if that makes sense. Like they're not specifically like for yarn or anything like that. So they're used to cut paper. Like I used it to cut open the box that I got today. Like, hail the scissors. It's always one way to get Calliope out of lurk. Hi friend, how are you? I love these ones. These ones are great. Highly recommend. They are Fiskars non-stick. And when they say non-stick, stuff doesn't stick. Like, if you cut apart tape and, like, there gets any, like, residue on there, you can just, like, wipe it off with, like, a rag or a paper towel. Like, it'll just come clean. I love them. Favorite scissors. I got them on clearance at Walmart, and I bought them because they were gay. And I've had them for probably 9 years at this point, if not longer. I bought them when we lived in our apartment. Like, they came with us on the move. Oh my god, look. Oh my god. I love them. Why? It is. I wanted to make it as tiny as I could without going crochet thread, because I think that it would be really fun to, like, take them places and take pictures. Like, I kind of want to bring them to Michael's and have them, like, I don't know, take pictures amongst, like, all the things that, like, there's always, like, such cool stuff there. And I kind of just love that idea. Streaking! Shay, thank you for the 75 stream streak. So, I reached out to the company that makes my nail light. I see Shiz and I always think of minis. Because I really miss doing my miniatures on stream, and I had, like, an old nail light that was for, like, a specific type of nail polish. And I went ahead and I reorganized all of my minis today. Because if you missed it, the other day, Artie Projectile, well, not the other day, it was like a couple weeks ago, Artie Projectile, you know, everywhere. And she, like, plastered a bunch of it on the side of my mini case. And so I had to, like, clean the case. And when I opened it to clean the case, all the minis fell out. Or, well, like, half of them fell out. And then I, in an anxiety, autism-induced frustration, knocked all the other ones out. I was like, well, if you're going to spill, might as well spill. Shouldn't have done that. You know, it's just one of those, like...
I'm an arts and crafts master. Why do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm? Ugh.
So my husband was cleaning our room yesterday and he found the French acorn I bought from you and he is now obsessed.
I forgot about the French acorn. That's amazing. Sleeping, thank you for the 63 months. I appreciate you. Wee wee. So then I did not want to clean up all of said minis, so I just put them all in, like, a bucket. And I'm like, I'll put them all back at some point. And yesterday was some point because I was tired of the bucket. And one liquid thing leaked. And so in an effort to try and, like, save the basket that it was in, I tried to use, like, an old nail light. Nothing worked. It didn't cure it. So I gotta figure out if there's a way to get a replacement cord. I don't know where this cord went. James stole it. It's pretty rude of him. Gnome hat time. You know, chat, I never did find my gnome hat. Where did I put it? This is the problem when you reorganize your room. Also, did something happen to my music? Okay. So you know what's interesting is that I bought a replacement from Amazon that I thought would work, and the light wouldn't like turn on. Like the power, the lights on the lights on the top would like light up, and then I would push. I don't know if the voltage was right. Yeah, because this is. And I thought that it was the right voltage. That I had gotten. But who knows? Anywho, sleeping. Thank you very much for your resub. You are now in the jar. Let me oops. Let me take a peek. Amazon orders. There it is. Let's see. Yeah, see, so the one that I bought says that the input was 100 to 240 volts. It doesn't say an output on it though. I don't know, maybe there's an issue with the output. I've got and of course, I've had this light now since like I've had this light for 3 years, and they don't make the exact same one. Yeah. I have Artie's hat. Where did I put mine? How did I lose freaking... Like, where would I have put it? That's the real issue. Perfect. It is not on Norman, no. No. Just Norman's hat is on Norman. Maybe you should check, though. Oh, okay. Let me finish this round. Norman has to start a new square, which means you get to pick the color. So what color would you like? Yeah, brand new square. Or are we doing another African hexagon? Another African flower? I'll leave it up to you. I've made one of those. Put a poll in the chat. Okay. A Joltik? Cutie. What am I doing? Oh, a poll. Like, what am I doing? Oh, goodness. You ever just spell the word square wrong? I mean, I am easily distracted. And I will show you what the African hexagon flower pattern looks like. We had made one before. It looks like this. Just go where? I went ahead and I swapped the A and the U. I've never done that before, so that's interesting. It is pretty. It's what I use to make my temperature blanket. The other one that he made is sitting here somewhere. One day, I will get my life organized. It's not today. Tomorrow isn't looking so good either. And the next day I have the plumber coming, so... awkward. Oh, it's just practice. I definitely didn't start off like this. You know? Lots of practice. But to make that African hexagon flower, you only need to know how to do, like, increases. You need to know how to do double crochets, single crochets, and increases. That's all. Uh-oh. It was so hard, yeah. I have seen people who use, like, sewing machine thread. And they make, like, literal amigurumi that fits on the tips of their fingers. And I have no idea how. Like, not a clue. Oh, y'all! Did no one vote? There's 3 votes! Oh my gosh. Okay. I know, I got worried, that we were about to have a tie, and I was like, no! Dang it, no. Don't do it. Alright. No, no worries. You guys are good. Alright. What kind of yellow? Pale, creamy, golden. Golden. We're going up, up, up. It's our moment. Gonna be golden. Alright, I think it needs more glitter. Me too. I'm excited that they're doing a sequel and that, like, the same people are doing the sequel. That makes me happy. Hopefully they have, like, the same... I know that, like, the person who plays Genu had to, like, sign an NDA. So, to me, that says that maybe he's coming back. Which would be pretty cool. Sing along. Oh, I love that. Okay. Hang on, Norman. I gotta get you a hook, bud. Alright. Fantastic. Let's take these off. There you go. Can you hold on? Perfect. Alright. I can see chat on my phone. I cannot see my hands. Let's go. Go, Norman, go. That was a half double crochet, buddy. Not a double. Yeah, oh, same. Hey, Norman, have you kept count of how many double crochet clusters you've done? Because I haven't. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that one? All right, 4. Five. Got fuzz on my mouth. And 6. Now, let's take a peek here. Next up is our flower petals, so we can do a round of that real quick too. We can start it. I'm going to do this bit with the scissors, okay? Because you shouldn't be handling scissors. Alright, let's get a flower petal color. What color should we make the flower petal? First color yelled out. Pink. Okay. Which, God, Norman, don't drop my glasses. Which kind of pink? Yeah, light pink, hot pink, or like deep, like maroony pink. Look at this camera. That's a closer approximation. 1, 2, 3. I did, Sarah, and I heard you. Maroony? Yeah, that's a word. 1. Make it pink. Make it blue. This is also the color that we have for the center. I feel like one of these two matches this center better than the pale. I kind of like this one. Let's do it. All right. Hang on, bud. Let me just pick this up for you. All right. Also, let me whisper in your ear what you're doing on the next bit. Okay. All right, you got it? You see the pattern? It's up there. Okay, great. Just chain one. Yeah, Okay. Back we go. Okay. I really do like this pattern. It's very pretty. You just have to be smart about all the color changes you do so that you don't have a million ends to weave in like I did. Nailed it. All right. Evidently you hatch them and you get like a Pokemon from them. Good job, buddy. Look it. Isn't that nice? We'll do another round of this color next time that Norman is called out. And then we'll change colors again, I think. I also he did do a good job. Proud of him. Proud of him. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was thinking while I was like looking that way and crocheting, or Norman was crocheting. I was just sitting. Anyway, I need to show you guys this video of Pippin earlier. So Pippin loves her springs. Okay, springs are her favorite toy. So this was this morning. And then wait, it'll loop.
She found a spring.
Hang on. just the spinning and like, and then running away again. And I was like, I love her so much. What an absolute goob. I love it so much. Especially because, like, she had been an outside kitty. Like, she never had a spring before. And, like, of all the toys, it's so simple, and she just loves it so much, and I love that for her. Oh, gosh. Patch loved water bottles. Absolutely loved them. Crinkling them, chasing them. Favorite toy. Gatorade bottle, a 2-liter, like, it didn't matter. Gatorade bottles tended to last a little longer because they're a little sturdier. But he was not picky. Excuse me. Kicked it under the chairs trying to get it out, but was smacking you the entire time. Oh. I love dogs. I love animals. They're the best. Oh, no worries. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you next time. Loves a tennis ball. Drop them in the river and refuse to get them out. Oh, so she's drowning them. Opens a case. And the answer to their question is in the screenshot. Yeah. And you just kind of sit there and you're like, how did you manage to open this ticket? Like, I have to get the ball and throw it for her, girl, please. You're like, I am not getting wet. Hi, Caitlin. It's good to see you. And then they give you, like, the sad little eyes, like, please? Oh, no. Not my running stitch marker getting tangled. No, no. Hate when that happens. I played myself. I crocheted through my working stitch or my stitch marker. My running stitch marker, that's the word. A roaming mechanism. You know what I actually think, Sharn? You need to get another dog, one that likes to go in the water. She likes to go in the water. Okay, then you need to get a dog that will fetch. What do you want? I just delete those emails. Yeah, you need to get a retriever of some kind. Oh, so TNR stands for Trap, Neuter, Release. Basically, it is something that is done to catch a cat who lives outside who is not spayed or neutered. And you take them to the vet or a shelter and they will spay or neuter them, and then you release them back out into the wild. It keeps the population from exploding. And I have actually partnered up with a shelter in the area where instead of releasing them again, they are evaluating them, and if the animal is friendly, they are keeping them and finding them a forever home. So far, we are 4 for 4. In the last 2 months, I've had 3 cats go to this shelter. Like this baby right here, Sequoia. I just trapped her last week and got her spayed, and she had like a really sad story. And catching her and getting her spayed literally saved her life. So, it's not free to do. The shelter is working with me so that I'm not paying crazy prices. But it keeps the cats outside from having kittens over and over and over again. So right now I have 2 more boys that need to be neutered that I'm hoping to catch. I'm actually I'm baiting the trap tonight and hoping to, yeah. It's been a time, but I feel good about it. They wait for you to respond before continuing, but at least tell me what yeah, I agree, Elf. She'll get the ball out of the river, puts it on the bank so she can shake the water off. Gravity takes over, and the ball ends up back in the river. I can just picture her being like, well, that's not my ball. I got my ball. I don't know whose that is, but I'm not getting. Preferred to kick it around, get bored, and walk away. She'll run back. We're working on dropping the ball. Yeah, not every dog wants to, like, play fetch. Oh, that was a terrible sound that my phone made sliding across the desk. It literally gave me goosebumps. Oh, I hated that. Please don't make that sound again, phone. Meant to chase, not bring back, yeah. the urge to just ask if I could, like, borrow Sequoia. See if she can't lure the boys, but I know that they're not going to be as interested now that she doesn't smell the same. But still. They drop it, look at you like, come throw this. Ah, so you also had to fetch, I see. Pippin! Hello! What are you doing? You coming over? Hi! So, Pippin's actually a very good example of TNR. So if you look, her ear on this side, is flat. Hi. Because she was trapped, she was spayed, and she was released again, so they will notch, they'll tip their ear. Look over here. What's this? She's like, no, Mom, I'm not doing what you want. That way other people who trap know that she's already been spayed or neutered. Right? You've already been taken care of. So you don't have to do it again. Right? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It's time for some pets. Oh, what a baby. What a baby. Can I push that? Nailed it. Are you just a baby? You are? You're just a baby? Your brother was so brave at the vet today. Yeah. Did a good job. Not that you care. Oh, squeaky chair. I see you. Being a pretty girl. I'm honestly just like really grateful for this shelter working with me because it means that nice cats like her don't end up back out on the street. And it's just, it's so nice. Ads again? Dang it. All right. Well, I guess we're going to take a stretch break. Get a snack, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, stand up and take a stretch break. And then we're going to come back. This leg is like, oh, I'm not going to be able to finish this in time. I was going to say, I have 2 rows left. And then we're going to work on the front legs. And then we have to decide the details, like what color we want to do the spikes and like the things on its tail. So that will be fun. Oh my gosh, 1 more row. Can we do it before the ads? Decreased. Oh, we're doing it. Nailed it. Flawless. Oh my god, I did it. Nailed it. All right. When we get back, we're going to do front legs. I will see you in a few minutes. Alrighty. Thank you guys for sitting through. Uh-oh. Ads. Button. Nailed it. I pinned the back legs on, and now we have a little dinosaur. We've evolved from a worm to a dinosaur. He just needs some little T-Rex legs. Ugh. So cute. Legs, I know. Alright. Let's make some front legs, shall we? I love them. Hang on, wait. Yeah, boop.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Ebony! Welcome in! How was your stream today? What were you getting up to? Welcome in, Raiders! How are you? Here's my raid stars. Welcome in, Raiders! My name is Megan. I am a neurodivergent variety crafter. I lost my pen. Oh, here it is. I am usually cross-stitching, crocheting, or knitting, but we do other crafts like miniatures and diamond dotting and perler beading and latch hooking and all the things. So it's always a fun time here. We are working on a little Drake, and he is going to have a little cat rider, and I really wanted to make a little version so that I could like take it with me places and take pictures of it, because I just feel like that would be extra cute. I think there might be a pattern. Maybe. What do you think? It is. That is the pattern. You wanted to say hello to the Raiders? Well, say hi, I'm Pippin. I'm a baby. I am just a pretty baby girl. Hi. You sweet? She was just like, she just went, wow. All right. I approve of tiny dragons. Very good. I thought you might. Do you want to come over? Huh? Huh? Do you want... Nope. She said, no, I do not. How dare I? Anyway. Thank you so much for the raid. It was chaotic. Did some map making and then patterned plushie pieces. Ooh, what kind of plushie are you making? That's fun. Star? Please. There we go. Nailed it. First try. Tiny witchy cats and frogs. Then patterned up a mini duckling. Oh my gosh. All of those sound so cute. All of those I love. Speaking of little ducklings, it's not quite like a traditional duck, but I just need you to see. I got some fidget things. Not sponsored, just we love shouting out another small business. Victoria Essie. And I got some fidgets and some clickers from her today. And one of them is a banana duck. And it made me really happy. And I thought, since you were making tiny ducklings, you might also enjoy my banana duck. I also got this. And that's a clicker too. A fidget. But I just love that it's all sewing supplies. In a cookie tin. Isn't that so fun? Sorry. Just a random little, like, aside, but the ducks made me... you working on ducks made me think of that duck, so here we are. Thank you again for the raid. No. Please don't even worry about it. I completely understand. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your time zone. You're welcome to lurk or chat. Does not matter. Where is that Sewington? Or excuse me, that yeah. It's a fidget cookie Sewington. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. It sure is. I was so sad that I had missed it the first time it was available for pre-order. There's actually still some in the shop right now, which I was surprised about. You can get them in the clicky or the silent. And again, not sponsored. I do love supporting other small business creatives. A Stantler. Boop. That made a loud sound. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Happy Monday. Oh my gosh. Stop. Pause. Stop. I need my pattern phone. Woke up later than normal. Hi again, girly. Oh my goodness. Sounded like you really needed some sleep then, huh? Hi, you're back. Hi. What do you want, Pippin? You want us now? Oh, nope, we're lying down. Okay. Sorry. On the right meds. I hear that. It's exhausting. Yeah. It's really hard to find or change medication. I fully understand. I unfortunately went through that not that long ago, just to end up back where, I was. I hope that you guys will make some progress and that you'll feel good soon. It is. And it does not help when the state of the world is the way that it is right now. You know? Like, definitely doesn't help the anxiety. Oh, really? It's okay to be a saddie, you're still a fucking baddie. True. Going home, hooray! Drive safe. Does anyone else, like, listen to streams in the car when they drive? Obviously, don't be talking in them. But it's almost like a podcast to me. Like, there are times when I listen to friends when I'm, like, driving or doing something. Oh, no. I understand. I fully... There are people who ignore the news because they don't care. There are people who ignore the news because they care too much. And I'm very similar in that I tend to get little snippets here and there. And those snippets are still enough to make me anxious and stressed and depressed, and I fully understand. Like, even when I get like new medication, um if there are side effects that my doctor's telling me, I'm like, tell my husband. Tell my husband, because if you tell me all the side effects, I'm gonna be like, I have all the side effects. Oh wow, would you look at that? My toe just fell off. That because yep, Tell my mom or my husband. Wish I had a husband for that. They're good to have around for things like that. Boy jobs. Oh my gosh, the front legs are so bitty. They're so little. Have a good, silly, I almost said have a good rest of stream. Have a safe drive home. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna drive home, silly, and you're gonna stream, okay? Thanks so much. I'll see you guys later. Oh, it's only Monday and my brain is like, I'm scrambled eggs. What a week. Ugh. Hmm. That's the wrong link. That's the right one. Oh, like lead ones? I feel like this... Kind of their Crayola. We still have another month and change to go. I can't say like the exact date for safety reasons, but no, don't even apologize. Do you have a link? I'd love to see. But we still have about a month and a half. And they're refillable. Can I click on this bigger? Why? There we go. Well, I mean, the good news is that you could probably get this anywhere, honestly, unless it's like a Target exclusive. That's cool. It is cute. I agree. There we go. Interesting. I didn't think that Crayola did like exclusives with stores other than like their own store. Yeah, that's a little bit more centered. Boop. Their website says Target. Interesting. Where do these get pinned? Front legs. my goodness, it's just a baby. They already stand with only 3 legs. What a strong baby. But we're gonna make their other one now, don't worry. And then I have to figure out, like, what color to make their, like, accessories and stuff. A little tripod! I will tell you, I don't know if you're still here sleeping, I'm hating working with this tiny yarn and this tiny hook, but it's looking so cute, so I shall persevere. What are you doing? Huh? Hi. What's up? Hello. Hi. I was just saying that I'm hating working with this tiny yarn and this little hook, but I am persevering. That's really what it comes down to, is you just have to, like, force yourself. She left me. Have a good night, Nualina. Thanks for hanging out. It's rough. It's mostly, like, doing tiny things. Increases and decreases and... yeah. Have trouble gripping it comfortably? Yeah. Yep. You definitely get, like, hand cramps. Oops. And it's a shame, too, because I love tiny things. I feel like that ends up being my problem a lot of times when I try to work with tiny things. A lot of times I feel like I can't grip stuff properly, or I feel like I'm really clumsy. And I just... yeah, I don't necessarily, like, there are times where I will I don't know if it's like the ADHD or what, but there are times when like I struggle with the whole like having things be precise and exact and looking good. I have to message Soot's mom and ask if they're okay with me like sharing, I guess, the whole story on like Maple's Instagram. I'm sure they will be, but I want to get permission first. Like, I won't include anyone's name or anything, but I'm just, it's just too good of a story to not share, you know? Yeah. Cause like, he's not my cat anymore. um, like, it was sweet when they were like, oh yeah, you know, like, we can have, like, if you ever want to see him and like, you know, well, I'd like to get him set. I'm like, he's your cat. Like, yeah, I'm grateful for any and all updates that you want to share, but like, bottom line is, like, I relinquished any right I had to anything when I brought him to the shelter to be neutered, you know? Um, and that's like one of those hard things to do sometimes, is to relinquish that control. Cause like, you love them. You look like, I would look forward to seeing them stop by, all of the ones that I've trapped. Um, and the sad thing is that I know that when I get Mittens and Birch trapped, new cats will show up, because either that, or I'm kind of hoping that I might be able to see like Inky again. And if I'm being honest, Inky already is friendly. And Inky would, like, he didn't want to be pet, but he would come right up when I was talking to him, or like when I shook the food, and he has great potential for adoption. And so honestly, part of me might, well, Inky has been trapped already and neutered. He has an ear tick. And so he is very wary of the trap, because I think he looks at it and he's like, been there, done that, not doing it again. Because there's a part of me that's like, I would just trap him, contact the shelter and be like, hey, so I've got like a nice cat, doesn't need to be neutered, just needs like to find a family. Can you help? But I don't know that I'll be able to, maybe if anything, I'll be able to eventually get him to like wander into the house kind of like Maple used to, and like I can get him that way. Like, Maple and Pippin both started coming into the house on their own, and that's how I eventually like quote unquote caught them, is I just closed off their means of like escape. So one day they were just inside. Maple didn't even care. He like didn't panic. He didn't freak out. Pippin freaked out a little bit. But I chose to close her in before I typically would. But that's because she had an injury. So, yeah. I'm just hoping that I start to see him again. I think that he kind of disappeared when all the boys started coming around and, like, it became a hormonal battleground. Because I think that he was just like, I don't want any part of that. Like, I'm good. So I just hope that I start to see him again. He was all black. He's beautiful. But no, I definitely communicate with the shelter ahead of time as much as I'm able to. In fact, no one so far has been trapped before I've talked to the shelter. Sometimes we might not know which one is going. Actually, no, that's not true. I've known each time. I knew when I was going to trap Tigger was because of his injuries. I knew I was going to trap Slit because of his vision impairment. And I knew I needed to trap Sequoia because she was getting mated with. So I guess, actually, I have known each time who was going to be next up. Interesting. I didn't even really think about that. Initially, it was just like, oh, whoever I can get, but each time it's been like, hi. It's me again. Oh, yeah? It's a fun game. I enjoy it. Ow, pin. Alright. So we're a little off balance. This has to come down just a touch. Dugong. This has to go up a little. Ow, I gotta fix these pins before I... Why is my Twitch, like, glitching so freaking bad? I just... Alrighty. I was trying to fix one thing. And it's like, hey, Sherwood stink. I finally caught a Pokemon! My gosh! It's been rough for a minute here. Alright. That's better. This still needs to come down just a little. Or maybe... I don't know if I can bring it down anymore. Maybe I bring the other one up a little. This is why it's always a good idea to pin your pieces before you sew anything down. Because you can make sure that everything is balanced and looks good. I don't even know. I feel like I'm probably... He's so cute. I really like him. Okay, so I do sew things down before I put the fins on. So we can sew these down. His little leggies, I know. He's just a little guy. Because then I have to figure... What I need to figure out is what color I want to make, like, his head spikes and his tail spikes and things like that. So... Alright. Welcome back! Ooh, that should be fun. I hope you have a good trip. Oh, okay. I didn't even know you were still here. Enjoy dinner. Yeah. That's kind of... So I have this blue here already. When I wasn't sure which color to make the dragon. And I'm like, maybe I could do something with that blue. Because there's also going to be a saddle. So I have to think about like what I need to do is I need to pull out all the yarn that I have in this weight, because this is like it's a very thin weight. So I need to pull out all the yarn that I have so that I can kind of take a look and see what my options are. And we can kind of go from there. I think that white might look good too. For some of the spikes maybe. Or like a gray. It's like a constant battle of making sure I have enough pins to keep everything in place and not stabbing myself a million times. It's not a battle that I always win. The pin to stab struggle is real. Oh god, he just attacked you guys. I'm so sorry. That's not very nice. Hey, you know what? Whatever works. I could also just use smaller pins on this guy, but that would require finding my smaller pins. So, We're just gonna be careful. And accept that pokes might happen. Hooray, 1 pin out. Do one of the back legs now, because that's where I keep getting stabbed. He's lopsided again. Yeah, you definitely need, like, the right short pins, because if they're too short, then they don't do anything. It's a conundrum. I'm, like, putting him up, like, up here on the top of my desk so that I can, like, look at him, like, figure out where I need to adjust the pins. Back leg. Let's do this back leg. Those aren't holding anything together. No, they're really not. Stop stabbing me. I still think that's fun, even if it's just randomly throughout the year. I feel like it's a lot to commit to for everyone to, like, write monthly or weekly or whatever. Life is hectic right now. I mean, that might just be the kind of pen pal that she's looking for. I can understand why it's frustrating if you wanted something different, but... Did I push this button? No. Whoa, Sharn, what did you get? A sparkling egg. It's so sparkly. Oh my gosh, it's after 6. I don't know how that happened. Oh gosh. Which balls? I don't think I've gotten an egg yet. Luxury, Cherish, or Premier balls? Thank you all for sitting through ads if you're getting any. I'm just gonna try and finish up this leg. My hand hurts. Just swinging around. Thank you all for sitting through ads. You didn't miss anything. Just me wrestling with this little leg. Trying not to stab myself with pins. You know, the usual. There we go. I might finish sewing these up off stream after I eat some dinner. And then that way we can go ahead and work on the rest of it another day. I have mac and cheese left over because I could not make a decision about what to make yesterday. So I have to figure out what I want to make tomorrow. But tonight, leftover mac and cheese. Yeah. That's been like one of the like more, I guess, the thing that you don't really think about, right? Like having to try and figure out all of the meals when it's just you for like 6 months. It's a lot of meals to figure out. Honestly, taking a break for dinner will give my hands a chance to rest before I sew the rest of these down. Because it is fiddly. And then that way, next time that we work on this, we don't have to sew anything. We can just get started on making the other parts I'm excited to, like, I want it to be done already because I want to, like, take it out. Take pictures with it, you know? That's hard. Used to have a bit of yogurt for waffles last week. Don't want to, yeah. Yeah, my breakfast and lunch are normally very much the same thing. Like, breakfast is either a cinnamon raisin bagel or cinnamon granola bar, like a Belvita cinnamon granola bar. And then lunch is 9.5 times out of 10 peanut butter either on bread or an apple. Sometimes I'll get like a hoagie from Wawa. And then yeah, dinner is kind of the outlier. Mostly because I know that it's important to like eat a variety of things, fruits and veggies and meats and all that. Because like the urge to just like eat pasta all the time, but like that's not healthy. For a number of reasons. I do enjoy lentils as well as like an alternative. Just like not even lentil. I've never tried lentil pasta. Yeah, that has honestly been one of the favorite things that we have done with like the meal kits is every once in a while we'll accidentally get like a pasta dish. I tend to like stay away from them just because I feel like it's an expensive meal kit for pasta, if that makes sense. Like you're spending quite a bit of money. And like pasta's a relatively inexpensive dish. But sometimes we've gotten like, we got pasta with like Italian sausage and spinach once. And that was so good. And like learning, you know, some of these will have like some kind of like a different kind of like base added to like the regular like pasta sauce, or again have like a spinach or a broccoli or something like that. Like I really love making like fettuccine alfredo with broccoli. So good. It's like that way it's not just pasta. And like yes, that's normally better than just okay. Oh, you're such a cutie little guy. All right, good. We're still balanced. That's always the worry, like, as you're sewing things down, that they're going to become unbalanced on an, like an amigurumi where it matters that they, stand. You can, yeah, into, like, pasta sauce. Mm-hmm. Like a pesto, almost. Yeah. I like to have, like, regular pasta sauce and feta cheese. So good. So yeah. Anywho, that's gonna do it for us today. I am going to go and eat my dinner and then hopefully snuggle with Maple while after he eats his. He might be like, "No, Mom, you're a butt." Whoa, what is that Pokemon? Like a spider? With like a big thing? Thank you all for being here. I know that I started a little late, so I always appreciate it. When people come when it's not the exact same start time. Everyone keep your fingers crossed, your toes crossed, your paws crossed for your pets to just, that Maple's blood work is whatever they want. That'd be good. So, we'll be back tomorrow. I might work on this some more, because I am enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. And then we'll go from there. I finished my Pikachu Diamond Dot, so we're kind of like, yeah, I have to try and 3D print the ones that Saren had mentioned. like the clamps for the big canvas so that we could start working on that. Oh gosh. Anyway, that's the wrong button. This is the right button. Thank you all for being here today. Have a lovely rest of your time zone. Remember to eat something tasty, to drink some water, to take any meds that you have to take, to be kind to yourself and other people. Remember, you are loved. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your time zone. Goodbye.